How did they F it up this bad? Is the question on many people's lips, but this is 10 reasons why John Cena's heel turn sucked. Now, I want to get one thing clear. See, the initial heel turn, the actual moment itself with Cena aligning himself with The Rock and Travis Scott, I've no complaints about that, honestly. I thought it was pretty good. Definitely one of the best moments wrestling's had in years. And I'll go out on a limb and say this. I actually think that initial heel turn there for John, like the night after the Chamber, that actual moment when we just break it down and look at it in its own solo compartment, I believe that'll be the last big moment in professional wrestling. Because I don't see where we're going. Whether it's AEW, whether it's WWE, or if you think TNA can muster something, I believe John Cena turning heel at the Elimination Chamber 2025 will be the last moment in wrestling history that you can truly say is iconic slash massive. And they fucked it up immediately afterwards. And let's get into the 10 reasons why. The follow-up promos, brutal. Whether it was, I think he was in Brussels, he was in Glasgow, he was in London, he was in other places, they were tragic. They were absolutely tragic, man. He was just coming out repeating the same stick, coming across like an absolute loser. And that brings us to reason number 2. He came across as a little bitch, a literal bitch, talking about the fans, just repeating the same stuff. Oh, you held me back, and you never shown appreciation. Like, why couldn't the heel turn just have been a simple case as, like, he sold out for the money, he sold out for more in Hollywood, more power, tie it Hollywood into it, tie the movies into it. You know, I sold out to get this opportunity in my final year, but it became more of a thing of being against the fans rather than, like, doing it for himself. It's like, see the people that compare it to Hogan's heel turn 96, they're mentally ill, right? Hogan's heel turn 96 is epic, and actually he brought the fans into it, because if you recall, the fans actually, I wouldn't say they were turning on Hogan, right? But you know, he wasn't as popular as he was like in like 95, like 94, 95 WCW. And what did he do? He completely changed himself, and they created the NWO, and it made sense for him to attack the fans in his promos. I look at Cena, I don't think it did. I really don't, because when Cena was getting like bashed, I mean, even Cena's prime, he was getting bashed. Like, see, in 08, 09, that's like John Cena's prime. And people were wanting him to lose. He was getting, like, booed out of arenas. So, yeah, I feel like that's always been part and parcel with John. So, for him to have a go at the fans for that, I don't know. Yeah, it just came across a whiny bitch, man. And there's ways to do it, and there's ways not to do it. And it just wasn't really cutting the mustard for me. Reason number 3, the main event at WrestleMania was brutal. While I'm recording this, I'm watching Raw, and Naomi's coming out, and it's definitely a pregnancy. Absolute jobber Naomi is, just basically throwing away her career here to have a kid. And here, if she wants to have a kid, go ahead, but do it in your own time. See, when you were a jobber for like 12 years, why not do it in there? Gets given the world title, and now she's going to give it up. Funny, quite hilarious if you ask me, but yeah, that main event at Mania, man, between Cody Rhodes and Cena, absolutely disgusting, absolutely rank rotten. One of the worst WrestleMania matches you'll ever see. Was the SummerSlam match better? But the damage was done. You know, people put it this way: people are going to remember the WrestleMania match more than the SummerSlam match, and all for the wrong reasons. Reason number 4: he had no change in music. Perfect opportunity for him to play a new song, to create a new song, to play an old song, like Bad Bad Man, but no, nothing of the kind. Just a tragic state of affairs, if you ask me. Reason number 5: no Rock involvement. Now, I still believe this heel turn could have been fantastic without The Rock, but they incorporated The Rock into it, and I'm like, Jesus, that's what's going to take this heel turn to the next level. The Rock being involved, surely that's going to step up to task. Surely that's going to be brilliant. But then he didn't involve himself. But see when you were as involved as The Rock initially, he had to have more involvement, man. Like coming out at Mania, nothing, dropping the ball, big time. No good enough, if you ask me. Absolutely no good enough to have no Rock involvement. Naomi crying here. Oh, I'm having a kid. This is actually sad. Naomi's crying. You're supposed to be a heel, Naomi. You know what I mean? You're sitting there crying about having a kid. This is a fucking disaster what I'm watching on the television screen anyway. Reason number 6. No change of attire for John. Couldn't even, just work coming out wearing the same colours, the same stick, the, 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 the same gear, right? All that stuff. Nah, I'm no buying it. Black t-shirt. Guy should have been coming out like he came out when he was Dr. Thugonomics, stuff like that. Stuff that's cool. Look like The Rock wears. Like, I know not many people can pull off what The Rock wears, but I do believe if Cena tried to, he could make something work. Reason number 7. I believe the only reason they done, well, one of the big reasons why they cheated and turned him heel was to justify the lack of dates. I believe that's genuinely when they did it. They're like, right, Cena's going to give us about, 40 dates this year. Is it 40 dates? Hell, it might be fucking less than that. Either or. I'll give you 40 dates this year. And I believe as a heel, that makes a lot more sense about why people are going to reel it in on the dates. Because if he's a face and he's like, I'm only going to do 40, that's it. Naomi says she ain't giving shit to Adam Pearce. I mean, this is probably the correct way of going about it. Sorry for interrupting this John Cena sucks video. Look at Adam Pearce acting scared for Naomi here. That's actually embarrassing anyway. But yeah, I think it was just done to justify the lack of dates. Reason number 8. They just wasted a lot of the dates with repeating the same shit. The stuff with Cody Rhodes in the build up to Mania, Glasgow, Brussels, London, it was the same shit 3 weeks in a row. And a lot of the other stuff's been the same shit, whether it was the feud with Punk, whether it was the feud with Orton, Logan Paul, the tag match, Jey Uso. A lot of it's been repetitive. And considering that he didn't have many dates, each date should have been different. But they didn't do that for whatever reason. Reason number 9, Travis Scott. Do I even need to get into this? The guy fucking sucks. He should have been nowhere near any of it. And the fact that he came out in the WrestleMania main event compounded that. And the final reason why the John Cena heel turn sucked cock is the end of it. For me, I think the best way for a heel turn to end is for them to do something heroic, right? And actually put someone over as like a new monster heel. Or just create themselves as like a perfect babyface. But it just ends with Cena doing a 180 and a promo. Actions speak louder than words, and it was kind of just, well, The Rock and Travis Scott couldn't be arsed turning up, so I'm a good guy again. And that, my friend, is unacceptable. Cena turning face again could have been used to get like a massive pop mid-match or like during like an actual meaningful segment and to put over a new heel. But it was done. It was done for nothing. Just a simple case of, this has failed. And even Cena himself's come out and said it failed. I mean, there's a bonus reason. John Cena's literally come out himself and said it was shite. So how about those apples, eh?